hatred and anger, whatever happened to him in the past, you see. So he's out there to unleash hell. So it's a story, right? It's a storyline. The vocalist handles all the lyrics.
Okay, yeah. Ada.
Someone's mom is coming.
No, it's my colleague. It's my teammate this way.
Okay. So, you guys okay with video?
Oh, okay.
We just start the formal stuff. Maybe you'd like to introduce the band.
We had a Wreckage, except for the bassist, because he's in Australia. This is Rick on the vocals, Julian on guitars, Eric, my sessionist, on guitars, and myself, Faiz, on the drums. We're going on about 8 years.
So what was the main influences of the band? What do you guys sound like?
We sound like nothing local. I dare to say that.
Local.
Yeah, we don't sound local at all.
Okay. Like
We
big bands.
made an effort to step out of this bubble.
Okay.
So, but we influence our bands like Spice the Icon from Canada, Breed from US, Behemoth from Poland, you know.
Okay. Get the direction.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys come up with the band name?
Formally, we started out playing black metal. Initially, we were known as Latest Wreckage. Then, as time goes, our musical influences were expanded, so we decided to go for a new name also to come up with a new name. So we came out with the Wreckage, just plain simple, the Wreckage.
So how long have you guys are friends, or how do you guys know each other?
Yeah, basically we started from friends going to gigs, and got to know that every one of us has musical talent. Together and we formed. Of course, there are changes of lineups in the past years. So we just found a replacement here and there, and here we are.
So you guys have been around for 8 years, that is pretty long. So how do you find the local metal scene so far? Getting better or not good enough?
What do you think?
I've been really attending a lot of gigs lately, but that's because we're actually producing our album that just came out, so it's our album launch. But so to speak, I think what I can see is that the metal scene is very segregated. There's like a lot of different parts, and there's like this group and this crew and this crew, and they're kind of like dissing each other. So that's something that we don't like about the Singapore metal scene. Other than that, I think everyone's doing their own thing and everyone's trying to make their own gig and stuff like that. So we're just like we already previously said, we're trying to break out of this whole vicious circle and try and get try and not be this typical local band.
Okay, that's fantastic idea. Yeah. Any challenges that you are facing so far with regards to what you guys want to achieve?
Oh, there's a lot of challenges.
A lot.
Yeah, external, internal, whatever you can name it, you see. Because it's not easy. It's just like setting up a company.
Any main challenges like advice and maybe other bands might face as well, and maybe they can learn any tips?
Most bands, they tend to sound like, we want to be the best. We want to have the best guitarist. We need to have the best drummer and anything. It's not about being the best. It's about being what you're capable, what you can achieve. So if you go full extent to what you can achieve, definitely you can go way further than that. Like for us, we started out listening to bands that were like quite slow. We started out playing slow, but after hearing this stuff, maybe why not I'll try something like that. I know I can't do it, but along the way, in a few years time, I might achieve it. So it's about setting your targets, setting your goals, and achieving it. It's not about it's my band, I want to be better than the other band. It's not about that. You have to sound yourself. You do not want to be on stage sounding like, okay, this band sounds like Acorn and stuff, because you do not want to be the one sounding like Acorn. You want to be on stage when other people say, okay, we are the Wreckage. This guy sounds like the Wreckage. So you have your own signature there. So you are the biggest influence to other bands. Rather than you sounding like other bands, you have to sound alike to your own. Yeah.
So what's the biggest gig that you guys have played so far?
In Bangkok.
In Bangkok.
2007. We had a crowd of 2,000 people.
How did you guys get invited?
Yeah, we got the invitation to MySpace because we have our own MySpace.
So you was like scouted by the organizers
Yes.
as well?
Yeah,
Oh, that's amazing.
it was crazy.
Did you all do anything to make yourself more visible?
We did perform a few shows. I mean, along the way during our history of the band, we played quite a number of shows.
Mhm.
So it's the shows were basically in Singapore, so by word of mouth and people attending to the gig actually recognized us and they said, "Oh, these guys are Wreckage."
Okay, that is amazing. So, okay, what do you think of the acts that are coming to Singapore so far? Like, have you guys attended any concerts that you all thought would never happen in Singapore before?
To my understanding, previously to have major bands coming to Singapore, death metal bands, heavy metal bands was like, okay, it's never gonna happen in Singapore.
Yeah.
He played alongside an Australian band.
He
with
played
his-
alongside, yeah.
Okay, they came here, right?
Yeah.
We opened for them.
Oh,
My other band actually.
amazing.
So it's like right now, basically Singapore is like opening it up. So it's not about being a music. It's about the influence. Oh, this black metal is satanic. It's not about that. It's about okay, these guys are talented. They can play. Let them play. I mean, it's time for
expressing
expressing
the
what
music, not to
Yeah.
impress. So we rather let the music do the talking.
Okay, okay.
express rather than impress. Correct.
So if there's one band you want to see in Singapore, what would it be?
Behim.
Same. Alright. Okay.
You mentioned that there are a lot of challenges, right? To performance and all. Like, what are some of the examples? Like, why is it like very challenging?
Okay, basically, living in Singapore, money. There's one of it. Your commitment and efforts. Basically, is your time management in the band, manage the band members. Basically, just to get things done right. But the main factor is, of course, time and money. Because all of us are working in different environments. So some of us have fixed working hours, some of us have shift hours. So it's quite hard to try and
To make time
to make time. But then we managed to do it.
But
We even-
your lineup has been consistent.
Not really, but for the past 2-3 years, yeah, it has been consistent. We even have to, at some point of time, we actually jam in the wee hours, like from 12 a.m. to 3-4 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, because everybody wasn't free during the day or night, so we make time during the wee hours.
But do you intend to like do full time, like your music?
Yeah,
Or
that's why this is a stepping stone, you see. Yeah, because after we released our album like 3 weeks ago, then we had our heads up with a label from UK signing us. So we actually just got a contract done a few days ago.
Congrats.
Yeah,
So you got label already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we will be starting
Awesome.
touring soon also.
It's a
The thing
stepping
about
stone.
Singapore and US is different because in US you can go full time, you be on the roads.
Yeah.
You can in US is big, you can tour from one city to another city. In Singapore, where can you perform? Ang Mo Kio, after that Toa Payoh.
Jurong.
Yeah, and then Jurong. That's the thing.
So you got to go around the region. Yeah. There's this band on Soft Wormrod.
He's our friend.
He's our friend. He's our one of
They're
our
doing
friends.
very well.
Yeah, they're on tour now in Czech Republic.
Yeah, awesome.
Basically, you need to have a lot of contacts, and then you have. For his kind of music, grindcore is easier to push because there are a lot of grindcore listeners out there. Black metal and grindcore is easier to push.
Because the metal, I think because the music is more straightforward.
Intense and straightforward.
There's no twist and no complications in music skills and stuff. Not to say that they are not good, they are good in their music, but it's very straightforward that people understand the music easily. For our kind of genre is all about the talent. You express your talent. So
Like quiet things.
yeah, can say that quiet things.
Okay, so finally, any shout outs to Sound Grooves or the organizers of this gig?
Alright, Julian, we'll let Julian have the honors.
Oh, Eric, Eric.
Ah, Eric. Julian, she's our spokesperson.
Actually, thanks to everyone who has contributed to this gig, all the organizers. It's good to be here and play with all these other good bands and have this exposure. And yeah, thanks to everyone who has been helping us in the last few months, making the album possible, and you guys have been a great help. Thanks.
And want to promote your album?
Oh yeah, it's on sale. You can get it in distro stores in Far East, Peninsula. Encore Vengeance by the Wreckage is $15 per CD. Of course, if you buy from me, I can give you an autograph lah. Other than that, yeah, it's 15 bucks per CD.
Okay, I think that's all for now.
Yeah.
So, I think we haven't given you our cards.
Thank you.
We are from Live for Music.